Welcome to MarcusG.tv. I'm Chef Marcus Guiliano, and I'm a chef on a mission. Today's mission is health, specifically your child's health. I have an article here from the Jakarta Post, the jakartapost.com. Should I feed my child organic food? And I think if you ask the majority of people, should you feed your child organic food, the answer would be overwhelming yes. People understand that there's a lot of benefits to the lack of pesticides, to the added nutrition, hopefully to the added freshness. So people think, well, yes, organic food is much better. Now, I'm going to say and switch this around and say, well, no, it might not be. I think a lot of people, and there's two sides to this, I think a lot of people think because they're buying something organic that it's automatically healthier. Now, granted, if you're looking at something that's grown like a carrot, an organic carrot versus a non-organic carrot, that organic carrot should be more nutritional. It should have better soil. It should have more nutrients. Everything you grow in the ground is going to absorb the nutrients from the soil. So the general rule is that organic gardening, organic farming, organic soil is going to have more nutrients than soil that is not being taken care of in such a manner. So the food is going to actually absorb more minerals. Now, the non-organic industry claims that's not the case and that everything's the same. We'll talk about this in the article and we'll go on to that. But I think the biggest point I want to make here is that just because you go into a Whole Foods store and because you walk into a grocery store and you see something that says organic written across it doesn't mean that that's healthy food. Okay, organic French fries are not healthy. There's a lot of organic things, organic cookies, organic cakes, all these organic processed foods, organic potato chips, organic snacks, that just because it says organic, people think, oh, I can feed this to my kid and not have to worry. There is such a thing as organic corn syrup. There are organic, all kinds of organic processed foods that are really not worth eating. So get that out of your mind right now. I think the way you need to feed your kid is on an educated diet, on an educated choices, and incorporate as many whole organic foods into that. So let's read this article. The nutritional choices you make for your child are crucial, setting the stage for good health and good habits for years to come. So if you've heard about the benefits of organic food, you may be wondering if it's worth the extra expense, especially if you're on a budget. What's most important is that your child eats a variety of fruits, vegetables, lean meats, whole grains, and low-fat free dairy products, whether those are conventionally or organically grown. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, by just looking at this, the first two paragraphs of this article, I can almost guarantee this article was written by the conventional food industry, the food processor, some people that don't have anything to do with organic, okay? Because they hit on a key part if you're on a budget. Who honestly, especially in America, especially all over the world, who honestly isn't conscious when it comes to spending money, especially on food and overpaying? I think this article should really be saying that, hey, buying high quality food is worth every penny you pay, because what you put into your body is going to affect your body. You are what you eat, and whether you spend the money now or later, it's still going to cost, because bad food can make you sick. It will make you sick. It can cause health consequences. You can make you tired. So just from the beginning of this, I can already tell which way this is going. I should tell who wrote the article. Organic foods do have lower levels of pesticides and drug-resistant bacteria. That may be important for your child because young children are more vulnerable to chemicals. But we simply do not have the scientific evidence to know if the difference would affect a person's health over time. So they obviously state the obvious. They state the obvious, which I stated in the beginning. We know that organic food has less pesticides and this and that. So they're stating that because they don't want to, just totally undermine you to gather your common sense. But then they say that there's no scientific evidence to prove this. Both organic and conventionally grown foods have the same vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, proteins, lipids, and other nutrients that are important for your child's health. There again, they're making no distinction here. As I explained earlier, you are what you eat. The same thing with plants. They are what they grow in. The reason why ginseng is such a powerful herb is because it sits in the soil for so many years and it absorbs all these vital nutrients that your body needs. Well, it's the same exact thing with food. Wineries know this. Winemakers know this. The flavor, the quality of the wine comes from the terroir. It comes from the soil. It comes from what the plants extract out of the soil. And a lot of good wineries spend a lot of time perfecting their soil, their terroir, picking the right area, picking the right slope, feeding the soil to have a live and living ecosystem in the soil. Well, if you looked at nutritional guidelines or nutritional things from makeups of foods from years ago. If you went and searched like 1960s nutritional makeup of a carrot and then looked at it today, you'd notice that those two things are drastically different because our soil, our industry, the whole agri-farming has changed over the last 50, 60 years, that we've actually depleted our soil. So if you look at these nutritional charts over the last 50, 60 years, there are changes in there. So here they're saying that there is no difference, and there absolutely is a difference. Would you eat rice that you know has arsenic in it because the arsenic was in the soil and in the water? No, because it absorbs it in. Well, the same thing. If there was a certain amount of minerals in that soil, those minerals are going to go into that rice, that's going to go into the carrots, it's going to go into whatever you're growing. It's like a tomato. It can have 8 minerals or it can have 56 minerals based upon the soil makeup. Organic milk is not healthier for you than conventional milk is the next one. But here's the kicker. But you should make sure all of the milk purchased is pasteurized. Okay, I saw an article the other day how pasteurized milk is just destroying your health. And a lot of people are actually after non-pasteurized, non-homogenized milk anymore because they want something closer to nature. So this article is a major article, a major website, and it's definitely skewed. The article is totally 100% skewed to making you think that you don't need to spend extra money, that the stuff is actually the same, that you still need to buy pasteurized dairy, that nothing, there's really no benefit for you going out of your way for your child's health. And I can't stress that this is the farthest from the truth. Farthest from the truth. I can't stand, now this was probably something that was totally like a press release or something that was totally pre-written by some type of major food processor industry type thing that doesn't do organic and is anti-organic. And this was probably just republished, or somebody just did not really do their fact checking, or just did the easiest possible way they could do just to write an article. I don't know much about the Jakarta Post. I believe it is, actually, I don't know, so I'm not going to say. Although I know it is a big website. I've seen a lot of their stuff around. No matter the size of your budget, you can do your kids a world of good by at least, so they're saying at least eat fruits and veggies. They are saying that at the very, very, very end. But organic food is definitely important. Organic food is important for not only your health, but I think for the environment as well, and for that farmer to keep farming organic. Every time you put money to an organic farm, you're helping that organic farm go on and doing what they're doing and make a living. So now there are different types of organic farming. I really didn't want to get into it in this because I wanted to keep this video short and concise. But you can have a farmland, an organic farm that grows 5,000 acres of carrots year after year after year after year, and they don't crop rotate. Or you can go to the farmer's market and find a small farm that has 5 acres, 10 acres, 20 acres that grows carrots here one year, carrots here one year, and then carrots here one year, and they rotate with this, this, and this. So their soil is constantly getting replenished from what it's leaching out. That massive 500-acre tract of carrots that you see every year growing, or corn every year, that is robbing and stripping the soil. So even though they might be organic, they still have a very, very off balance, and they have to put so-called organic things into the soil to balance the soil and get the stuff to grow properly and have the proper fertilizers and whatever and the nutrients in the soil. So don't think that all just because you have an organic carrot you're buying in the grocery store, an organic carrot that you're buying in the farmer's market, those are not the same organic. Just the same as organic is not the same as conventional. So everything goes down, more research. So again, I'm going to say like I did in the beginning, feeding your child requires an education. It requires you to take the time to read. It requires you to take the time to shop, and it does require extra money. So I'm Chef Marcus Guiliano. Thanks for watching this. If you like my videos, please hit like, subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below.